Hey everybody, this is Carla. I'm back with another encouraging word. Today we're going to talk about new beginnings. Ezekiel 36:26 and 27. Moreover, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you, the Holy Spirit. And I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances and do them. It's the Lord who changes our hearts and renews our minds. He and He alone is the one who makes us like Him. He changes the way we see the world and the way we see people. He softens our hearts and puts His compassion in us. All throughout the New Testament, Jesus had compassion on the people. When the crowds were hungry, He fed them. When they needed healing, He healed them. And when they were thirsty, He gave them living water. He never turned away from someone who was hurting or in need. That's the example that we need to be living by. Jesus is the ultimate example for Christians, and yet we stumble and don't get things right. But when we do, He's still right there to help us get right back on track with Him. His mercies are new every morning, and so should ours be also. You know, these verses are promises from God, and they are about profound spiritual transformation. It's God who takes out our hardened heart and gives us a softened heart. It's only then that we have the same compassion as Jesus. God gives us His Spirit to empower us to follow His ways, taking us from disobedience to holiness. This is not just a rule-following thing, okay? Please understand, it's a promise of internal renewal of our hearts and our minds. The empowering work of the Holy Spirit restores us physically and spiritually. We need a new heart so we can do the work and the will of the Father. That's all there is to us. He wants us to take us from the old to the new. Without this renewing, we're not going to be able to fulfill the purpose for which we were born, for such a time as this. God is promising to change our desires to align with His desires. He doesn't want us to be stubborn, prideful people, but He wants us to be teachable and receptive to His ways. By giving us the promise of His Spirit, He's given us the power we will need to do His work. We need that power. We can't do this on our own. Without the changing of our hearts, our minds, and our spirit, we're not going to become more like Jesus. And that's the desire of our Father. If you have not had this heart change yet, get ready for a new beginning. Listen, the Lord can do the impossible. You might know someone that it seems so unlikely that they would turn to the Lord, that they would follow Him, that they would proclaim the good news of the gospel. You might think that's impossible. People that knew me would say the same thing about me. And look what God has done. God has done the impossible in my life. And I trust Him to do the impossible in your life and in the lives of those that I love and cherish, and friends of mine, and family members, and people that I don't even know, people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. God does the impossible. He gives us a new beginning. Today and every day, be encouraged. Bless others. Hold on to hope. Believe in God's promises and trust in the Lord always.